is ranked as the #1 unhappiest city in the United States. For depression, it's #1. For suicide, it's #12. What's the reasoning for this? Could it be the weather? Because there are 222 cloudy days out of 365. In 2010, 202 people committed suicide, which is more than homicides and traffic accidents combined. As studies continue, the suicide rate increases.
Depression is prevalent here in Portland, but I think it's become a global epidemic. Depression often grows a silent audience, which in our generation we have a chance to take a stance and grow awareness and not let it go unheard. The statistics are staggering and it claims lives every day. Imagine if we could save one of those lives just by bringing a voice to the topic and not letting it go unheard. Will you be accountable to do your part?
Depression for beginning year teachers. Okay, I would understand if there were people who got depressed, especially in your first couple years of teaching, 3 years of teaching. This is my 3rd year teaching altogether. It's my 3rd year here at Franklin. I wouldn't say that I got depressed or like my 1st or 2nd year, but it was definitely very, very frustrating, very difficult. Because, I mean, I had just graduated from graduate school. I got my master's degree, and then immediately after, I got a job here at Franklin teaching art. And I was like, sweet, and I was really excited and excited to teach art. But then I got here, and I mean, I've done student teaching before, and I got an understanding of what it's like to be in high school. Then you get here and you do it full time, and then you start to realize a bunch of things, that there's some kids that no matter what you do, they're not going to care. Or there's some kids that no matter how good you think you are, they're going to think you're awful. And all these things that you didn't expect at the beginning, that you can only live through experience, then they start to bog you down. I mean, yeah, I got really frustrated. At times I was like, maybe I shouldn't teach. I should just continue being an independent artist myself. Yeah, I would understand. I agree. There's some people that do get depressed.
Okay, so depression is a very real thing. Depression, clinically, they consider depression to be like the common cold of psychological disorders, because pretty much everyone's going to experience it at some point. Especially teens, you guys struggle with depression more than people catch on or understand. Part of it's because you don't talk to as much. But it is a very real issue, and can really take hold and cripple people as far as functionality in their lives. And especially here in Portland, seasonal affective disorder is a depression disorder, and so when we have those long winters where it's gray and rainy and people don't get the sunlight they need, a lot of people will suffer from just some seasonal depression based on that. You know, if people are feeling like they're suffering from depression, or if you think your friends are, you really should find someone for them to talk to about it and to try and work your way through it, because you can get past it, but not by yourself usually. How's that?
You're in Milwaukee off your feet.
Yes, what I would say is that I know, and people probably should understand, that depression is a brain disease. I think many people in this country, maybe other countries as well, think that depression is more like a person who's not motivated or who can't easily see options. They're just feeling really down, and if they did other things to get themselves motivated, that they could come out of the depression. And that just simply isn't true. I mean, if you understand how the brain works, the brain actually changes as a result of depression, and therefore the person is trapped in a cycle. And they need some sort of intervention to stop them from, getting trapped in the cycle of depression. That's where medication can serve a purpose, though, there's definitely some controversy around that. And the interesting thing about depression is it will resolve on its own. Many people who are not treated with therapy, be it drug therapy or talk therapy, usually will improve after about 3 to 4 months. They'll get back to their lives again, but you're really putting a person at risk if you allow them to stay depressed that long. So my point is, I think if we understood that depression is more like a disease than a choice, I think people would be more supportive and at least not stigmatize it as much. I mean, I tend to compare like depression with diabetes. I mean, we don't stigmatize people with diabetes. We want to help them. We might feel empathy for them, but for some reason when it comes to depression, we feel a little differently about that. So you've got to change the culture, and you've got to understand again that it's a disease that needs to be diagnosed and treated.
I do think depression is a very real thing. Somebody gave me a statistic about Portland being number one amount of people that are depressed, and I guess we're second in the nation. And I think maybe some of it could be because of the weather. A lot of people need sun. There's a deficiency of vitamin D, I believe. And I know some people that do get very depressed during the winter, and I know some people that have bought special lamps to sit under for a period of time a day, and it seems to help them a lot. So there's that kind of depression, and then I know there's some depression that you're born with. That you have the, I don't know, what do you call it, the genes or whatever, and a hereditary family type of thing, where you are a depressed person. And I have some of those people in my family that have gone through treatment, and it's very real to them, and yes, it is.
Two tabs on your tongue. I heard the shepherds, I heard the sheep sleep, now my only one. Broken sweethearts, who sleep apart. Lost to find, hillside spines, moon sleep shouts. To force, now shush, she makes the sound the sea makes to calm me down.